Hi friends! Today we're going to talk about the movie Frozen and how it almost was a terrible movie. In the beginning, I think it took at least a year for the Frozen team to figure out what is this movie about. Originally they had Elsa and Anna as rivals. Everybody hated Olaf. He was not a likable character. So the writers and the staff would always go back and forth. What if we do this? What if we do that? But then there's something very subtle that happened that changed this movie into an award-winning, highest grossing ever film. One of the writers became a director. She'd never been a director before, and just a subtle change happened. As a writer, she heard all these ideas, all these random, totally different ideas that didn't fit together. When she became a director, she had the ability to pick up on things she didn't pick up on before. She had the ability to make decisions and have control over the situation where there's all these overwhelming paths that this movie could go. So she got that empowerment, she made decisions, she took control, and she realized this movie has to take one direction. It should be about learning what love is. It's that simple. Learning what love is. It's about how love is a greater force than fear. And that's what the movie became about, and it's off the charts good. People love it. And I love how this book talks about the movie Frozen instead of just the tired old examples of General Motors, Toyota, FBI. So here's some takeaways so far in this book. We talked about motivation, which also involves, if you're gonna make decisions and take action, you're gonna make mistakes too. So what I gleaned from this book is give yourself and others a chance to make mistakes. And I mentioned General Motors before. What they did is allow workers to actually stop the line. And I think every time they stopped the auto line, it cost them $12,000 or some ridiculous amount every single time. So when you empower people, or when you're empowered, there's gonna be some mistakes. But the bigger misstep, the book says, is when there's never an opportunity to make a mistake. So give yourself and others a chance to make mistakes. And I also started reading this book by a Rice University professor. It's called Stretch by Scott Sonnenschein, and it echoed some of the same principles. It talks about routine. So once you're a person who makes decisions, you kind of systematize that. You make routines in your life, and that makes it easier to make decisions and track things and move forward. But you gotta leave room in your routine to shake things up. And it reminds me of, even on the ketogenic diet or other diets, you plateau, right? At some point, you're doing everything you need to do. You're doing the textbook things, but sometimes you need to do 6 days of no carb, and on that 7th day, shake your body up with some carbs, and then you mess up your plateau, your weight loss. You break through your weight loss plateau, right? So leave room for things to get shaken up, and that's what happened with the Frozen movie. They shook things up by making a writer a director, and it changed her whole how she sees everything. And there's another example about at a poor performing school, how teachers viewed things differently, and they were able to start picking up on cues they weren't picking up on before. And that can apply to so many situations. So that's it for today. We talked about make decisions, which means we're gonna make mistakes, but it's worse to not even give yourself a chance to make mistakes. And we have to give ourselves a chance to, follow our routine, but it's in the shaking things up and being flexible where big things happen. Have a great day.